John, are you happy with that, or are you disappointed they took the foot off the gas for a quarter and a half?
I don't think the boys necessarily took their foot off the gas. You don't expect at any game that that's going to be easy for the full 4 quarters. Teams, even really, really young teams, are going to come out with plenty of energy for big parts of the game. So we have to be prepared to meet that for those periods and keep working, knowing that if we keep working hard and we maintain our intensity, eventually we'll get control of the game. I just thought it was a really good round team performance. The intensity early, but especially in the second half, I thought was as good as we could have expected over the full 60 minutes of the second half, the way the players played.
Was there a bit of sloppiness or carelessness, though, do you think, the way they maybe moved the ball?
In the second quarter, definitely, yeah, definitely. Just a bit of poor decision-making. I think, I'm not sure how many goals they kicked, but 2 of them came from turnovers that we should have avoided in dangerous parts of the game.
So how happy were you with the rest of it?
Yeah, really happy. I've never seen any team play the perfect game of football. But in terms of what we demanded from each other, I think the players delivered that today.
You're thinking when you took Andrew Gaff off, looked like he was headed for a best on ground.
Yep.
3 Brownlow votes before.
Yeah.
Purely just an individual management sort of.
Yeah, absolutely. He was the player that we'd talked about during the week that we'd be keen to sub out of the game and give him a lot lighter workload this week.
Did you try some other different things in the midfield today?
Plenty today, yeah.
And Daniel Kerr as well?
Yep. No, we did a few things today that were a little bit different, but probably not different to what we do, but we did it for longer. So there's things that we do regularly, but Masto on ball for a longer part of the game, Gaff on ball rather than just sitting out on the wing and things like that was a little bit different.
And Kerr out on the wing quite a bit and at the bounce downs. What was your thinking there? Because he was there for a bit in the last quarter against Collingwood last week too.
Yeah, it's just part of our developing all of our players through different roles. We believe we've got more players that can go through the middle now without having to rely on Daniel in there all the time. So today was about giving Gaff and Masto more time in the middle as on ballers. They're both playing really great roles for us in their respective roles other than today, but it was a good opportunity for them to get a good run at what we expect them to do more of in the future.
Is it part of your thinking too that Daniel is harder to tag out there, that opposition teams will tend to want to have their tagger? He tends to be a stoppage player in and around those stoppages.
It raises questions for the opposition about how they're going to use players depending on what the tag player's role is. If Daniel is going to be tagged, yeah, it does. It raises different questions and it gives us different strategies we can go to depending which player the team's going to run with.
Nat Nui's ruck work at times today, just his ability to basically almost go to all points of the compass. Have you seen a ruckman with that range?
I don't know. I mean, you might want to ask Masto that question. He was sort of around the footy at that stage, but there's obviously been some wonderful ruckmen in the game. We've been fortunate enough to have a few great ones here, but the Masten brothers and the way they used to tap the ball, and obviously going right back to Polly. But Nick's right up there now as a 22-year-old, which is a fairly rapid rise as a ruckman.
Yeah, he's pretty good, especially CBDs. You can pretty much hit it wherever you want, and Coxie's pretty good as well. So we're pretty blessed in the midfield.
Do you sense that they create uncertainty in oppositions because of their ability to palm it just about anywhere?
Yeah, probably. Because they've got the ability to bring it in really close to whatever side we want, and also chuck it, a long tap in, and also over the back. It's, it can pretty much go anywhere. So. The other team have to be right on their game when Nick and that are getting it down to the midfielders.
What sort of confidence do you take out of today, Chris? Playing on ball more?
Yeah, mate. To take a bit out of it. I'm pretty, enjoyed my time out there, and always enjoying my, time playing for West Coast, and whatever position they need me to play, or whatever the coaches want from me, I'm happy to do it. And today was play on ball, and I really enjoyed my time.
John Murray, what aspects of his debut were you pleased with?
His enjoyment of the game, I think, the excitement he showed just getting out there and getting a touch, and the excitement he showed pre-game when we presented him with his Guernsey, and he was genuinely really rapt to get the opportunity to play. And he's worked very, very hard for it. So that side of it, but obviously his pace and his clean ball handling looked pretty good out there.
Will Schofield, is he, I guess, likely to come back next week?
Yeah, should be available to play next week, and Adam Selwood we expect to be available to play as well. Yeah.
Did you get through unscathed, John?
Yeah. Mackenzie tweaked his ankle in the last quarter, but could have gone back on. We just decided to leave him off for the last 10 minutes, I think.
In the longer term, as Daniel Kerr gets a little bit older, maybe, do you see Chris as an inside midfielder? Like, where do you see his longer term future?
Oh yeah, I think Chris will definitely be able to play a big part of his career through the midfield, and he's going to have a long career alongside Scott Selwood and Luke Shuey in particular. But and Gaff and Shepherd, that young crew are going to be together for a long time.